Hi everyone, Jade here from Nested Knowledge. Today I'm going to show you how to get started with an account in the software. So first, head to nestedknowledge.com, create an account if you haven't already by navigating to Sign Up in the top right. Alternatively, click Sign In with your email address and password or with Google. Once you have signed in, it's going to take you straight to your Nest's homepage. And a nest, for reference, is a singular review project in the software. And actually, before we dive into creating a new nest or a demo nest, it's important to know that you can navigate to Support, Guidance in the top here. Navigate to Docs to take a look at the different wiki guidance pages for each different topic in the software. You likely came across this video by navigating to the Getting Started page anyway. But when you're on each page, you'll see in the sidebar different pages to reference for your search, your screening, your data extraction at any point as you're going through the software. But navigating back to the Nest homepage, what you can do here is view a list of your nests. This will likely be blank if you've just created an account. If you are part of different organisations, you can view a drop down of those, or you can view just your nests. So the first thing, if you want to take a look at a demo nest, we have 3 on offer, and these are from previously published reviews. So what you can do when you select Start Demo, it's going to open up the corresponding guidance page and allow you to have a walkthrough, a written guidance and a walkthrough side by side. And I'd recommend going directly to that page, taking a look at that video in that case. Here we're going to take a look at creating a new nest. So navigating back to your nests page, select Create a New Nest, give it a name, so example nest. And when you select Create, it's going to take you straight to that literature search page and it's going to be blank. I would say the first thing to do when you open up a nest is navigate to Nest Home. Here you can add in a protocol, select Edit, add in any relevant information that is appropriate for your particular project. Here you can also add notes as well. Next thing is you're going to explore some of the settings. The first thing is adding in appropriate collaborators. So whether that be another organisation, particular users, you can do that in this access spot here. The next thing you're going to want to do is add in a search. I would recommend, if you're just starting out, navigating to the search exploration tool here. What you can do in this space is add in different key terms and eventually build out a search after you've done a bit of exploration. So let's say I'm just adding in some keywords regarding non-small cell lung cancer. So if I just add in non-small cell lung cancer, press enter to add into the concept box, NSCLC. Maybe I want to take a look at immunotherapy, overall survival, and that's all the terms that I can think of at the moment. I might want to open up this concept box and group like terms together. To do that, I click and drag a group into the middle and add NSCLC and non-small cell lung cancer, since they're like terms. And you'll notice on the right-hand side that a query is starting to be built, and when you group terms, they're all together. When you keep them separate, they're ANDed together. When you refresh exploration, this is going to generate PICOs, abstracts, study type, study location for a subset of 250 studies as a representative amount of the larger results. And so from here, you can take a look at those different PICOs, add them in, and continue refining. So on this PICOs page, let's say I also want to look at chemotherapy. That's something I forgot about. You'll get a definition on the right-hand side. It auto-populates up here. Press enter, add that in, and maybe now we have 2 different types of therapies. We want to group those together. So we pop in chemotherapy and immunotherapy. So this is also showing you the most commonly reported PICOs. So survival is reported more frequently over overall survival, immunotherapy over chemotherapy. And in here you can do some exploration. So for location, let's say you just wanted to see studies reported in the US, take a look at that associated record, the abstract, the different PICOs, and you can do a lot of exploration here. So I would start out in this space, doing a bit of exploration before finalizing your search. If you're ready and want to finalize, click finalize in the top right. That takes you to the main literature search page and gives you the options that you might want to toggle. For example, this search is over 10,000 results, so I'm probably going to have to refine it a little bit, whether with a date filter or going back into search exploration and just refining it a bit more. That's one option. Another option is smart search. So here you might want to pop in a research question. So let's say, what are the effective treatments of NSCLC? This is quite a broad research question, so I might want to refine it. Here, you'll be faced with a little chatbot that will ask you different questions to refine your research question. After you've done that, hit save and generate. And what that's going to do is generate some queries. So actually, if we do that now, generate 3 different sized queries for you to choose from, which you can then finalize. And actually, while that search is running, I'll also show you that you can add a search here. So if you already have your search query ready to go, maybe you don't need to use search exploration or smart search, pop that in here, search engine of your choice that we have an API with. So this is our automatic type search. Alternatively, you can upload a file from Embase, Medline, that sort of thing, or even if you had a spreadsheet, pop that in here, find your search engine here, or add in another one, and add that literature into the software. So after adding in your literature, then you can move on to that next screening stage. But I will say it's worth going and exploring some of these settings, getting a bit of a better understanding before you move on to that next stage, whether that's configuring a screening mode prior to the start of screening, turning on the screening model, that sort of thing, before you move on to that next stage. And the last thing I'll touch on is at any point that you need guidance, head to the top right to Ask AI. Again, this is another chatbot that you can ask questions, it's going to give you an answer, and also reference sources that you can then select. It will link you to that appropriate page. If you still have a question, then you can always email us and we'll get back to you. Lastly, heading back to our literature search page to see how this smart search did. Coming back in here, you can select View Recent and view one of these 3 queries that you'd like to finalize. Let's say we just want the smaller one. You're taken back to this familiar modal and you can go ahead and add this search and it'll automatically pull in those records for you. So that's a little bit on how to get started with Nested Knowledge, creating your account, creating a new search. I would definitely take a look at my other videos and reference the wiki page for a bit more support. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.